Welcome to the Unicorn Circuit, your weekly dose of car news, fanking weird stuff from the internet. And this week, supercharged with Roadkill. We're over in the States at the moment, Martin, building some silly cars.
That's right. The fans basically made this happen. They were like, you guys need to go and build some cars, some great cars, some rubbish cars, maybe something in between. And so we did.
They're smart people, those
Was
guys.
yours the great one or the rubbish one?
Both.
Okay, ours as well.
How did you choose what you guys would build? People may have seen on the social medias by now what it is.
I think you said to me, we need something as American as possible.
I
And
said,
so
give me America.
when we toyed
So
with the motorhome.
giant trunk,
Yeah. We
The
toyed
motorhome.
with motorhome.
limousine, Cadillac limousine, like an
Motorhome.
old.
And ultimately, I chose the 69 Chevy Impala because of girth. And the deal is, everybody outside the United States thinks of American cars as ill-handling, won't stop, overpowered. And
Which
so
is
that's
exactly
we
what
gave
you've done.
And it's
Yeah.
perfection.
Amazing.
In all those areas.
It is
And
American.
I understand that you guys, there was a bit of fear and trepidation that we would bring you a Miata.
Well, you set that up for us.
We would not
well
do
played,
that to you.
Well played. There was a strategic photo on Instagram of a garden hose, I think, and a red Mazda that looked a lot like a Miata, and I just immediately went, oh God, we're gonna be rubbing elbows while we drive. This is gonna be weird.
That car is 8,000 miles away.
Both of us were like, why did they post that? It's like I'm scanning my
Well, I
feed,
didn't want to
it's
know
like,
either. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't want to know. But then when you pulled in the driveway with the Subaru with all your junk hanging out and all that stuff, I was like, yes, this is going to be good.
Well, I'll admit, when I heard you coming, and I heard a turbo, I went, okay, I don't care if it's a Miata. Like
Yeah.
that just sounds awesome.
I think the internet would have loved to have seen you two in a Miata though. There's the Freiburger happiness meme that of course everybody knows by now.
Right.
We'll put that up so people can see that for the couple of people living under a rock that haven't seen it. But I think you guys in a Miata, that's probably the next big meme that needs to happen.
No.
But of course that could probably happen because I do understand that we've challenged you guys now publicly to come and do another build off in Australia, and you have accepted, is that correct?
Oh, I like
Sure.
Australia.
See
Can
you
we
in
go to
Australia.
the-
Amazing.
Can we go to the part of Australia without the flies?
Where?
'Cause
Last time
the,
we went to the whole
last
place with
time,
the flies.
I think we found all the flies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Some
might
of
do
them
it
are
in the
still
city
circling
rather
my
than the
lower
outback.
intestine.
Yeah, we'll find you somewhere good. So there it is. That is our intro. Now let's kick it into car news. So the big news in Car Week is two of the biggest shows on the internet have combined forces.
Who?
I'm not sure.
They're doing it someplace.
Apparently, Mighty Car Mods and Roadkill trending at the moment is Mighty. What is it, Mighty?
Mighty Kill Mods, I
Mighty
think I saw
Kill
one.
Mods,
Pretty good.
Solid
which,
name.
which sounds dark. Basically, the plan is that you guys build a car for us, we build a car for you, and today we're about to challenge them,
Yes.
which is pretty epic.
Someone-
And then, how will people see how will they see such a thing?
On both of our shows at the same time on the same date. Same
This-
bad
That's
channel.
cool.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So you guys will release a show of building your car, and then we will release a show on Roadkill on YouTube and on Motor Trend on Demand at the same time, building our car. And I guess the challenge here today is just on Roadkill, is that right?
That's right. So what we're doing is we're it's a little bit hard having multiple cameras trying to get two challenges for two different shows. So basically what we're doing is what you'll see on the main Mighty Car Mods channel is you'll see the build of our car, and when that build finishes and we hand it over, then the rest of that will happen on the Roadkill challenge. But both videos will go up at the same time on Roadkill.
And if you're a real fan, you'll have two windows open watching both shows at the same time.
That's
Sales
amazing.
for extra computer monitors will go up, and there might be a little blip just on the world internet thing.
Yes.
That's
Someone's like,
amazing.
oh, what happened? Oh, this thing went live.
But episodes will drop at exactly the same time, and for more information and keeping up with that, obviously keep your eyes on the Roadkill Facebook page, which
Roadkill
is
Show.
Roadkill Show, and on the Mighty Car Mods Facebook page, which is that. Now, we probably should cover some news and try and be semi-professional. Now, we talk a lot about electric cars on this show. Obviously, you've got your
sorry.
Tesla super battery factory. Electric cars haven't really kicked off in Australia yet. You know, they're
Okay.
not a
You're not
big.
missing
They're not a
anything.
big thing. Why are they so popular in the States, and what's so good about them?
There's nothing good about them, really, as far
You
as I
might be
can
asking
tell.
the wrong people.
Why are they
No,
popular
have you driven
here?
a Tesla?
No, never.
They're fast.
They're popular here because there's people with disposable income and they want to feel good about themselves. That's all I can figure.
It is the same as what happened when the Prius came here, is that it becomes a cult. It is, I need to drive one of these things to show the world that I am green. And that's why we see them all over Los Angeles and pretty much nowhere else in rural America. You'll see them in the major metro centers.
It's funny that you say that because a couple of years ago, Marty and I were in Japan and we went to this car yard and they had this big Subaru twin turbo Legacy, and it was like $2,000 or $3,000.
Yeah.
And we saw this tiny little K car, which is their 600cc tiny little thing, useless. You know, I mean, that we love them, but in this example, it was not that good, and it was double. And we said to the guy through our translator, we're like, "Why is that?" And he said, "People want to be seen to be ecological, even if they don't care about the environment."
Eco car.
Right.
Yeah, and they call it an eco car.
Funny
It's a peer pressure thing.
Yeah,
here.
it's driven by social rather than, you know, I mean, I guess. people
But it
like
is
to
the
do
way of the future, right? Like what you guys built and big burnouts, like that's dying.
Oh, we're dinosaurs.
Yeah.
We're not socially acceptable in regular Los Angeles society at all.
But I don't hang out there. So
I
it
didn't
doesn't
see any
matter.
other old cars with no exhaust and no bonnets. I
It's
did think
crazy,
that when we
right?
were going down the highway. I'm like, there's not another single. Where are these people?
But
No.
you have to leave here. Like where I live in Georgia, they're everywhere.
Great.
Okay.
I'm
There's
coming
old
to, I'm
crap
coming to Georgia.
smoking, killing the environment everywhere.
You'll see old pickup trucks, people driving those around just because they last forever. But unfortunately, the muscle car street rod thing has become a hobby weekend thing rather than a daily driver thing.
What's interesting
Here.
too is the
Here.
thing
Right
that we
here.
see as well is that you often see a lot of old run-down cars that aren't looked after. But I wouldn't put your car in that category. It's like it's very well loved. It's a modern, like, you know, brand new equipment, and you know you obviously care about it. Come on, you care about that engine. You cannot tell me you don't
The
care about
engine
that
I
engine.
care about, the
See?
rest of the car
But the
is
point
hack.
is, you're trying to do something there, and like, yeah,
Right.
okay, it makes a bit of pollution and smoke, but it's not just like, oh, I don't.
It's not sitting in the bushes deteriorating.
What?
And that's a lot of what we do is we just find stuff that nobody else cares about and put some life back
But it's
into it.
ultimate
Mm.
recycling. I always say the manufacturing equity of that 69 Impala, the pollution made in the manufacturing of that car is long since spent. And so recovering that and making that a running driving vehicle is really more ecologically friendly than buying a brand new electric car.
I like the rationale.
Yeah, what was
you
the
sound like a drug
manufacturing-
addict who's trying to rationalize
No,
what they're
it's
doing
true.
here.
Think of the life cycle of that electric car, of the manufacturing of the whole thing and how much pollution that generated, trucking the thing all over to sell it, versus, like I say, the smog created building a 69 Impala left us in 1969.
You got to remember also, car manufacturers do make cars to make money. Like it's a
Oh
profit.
yeah, it's a
profit.
product. Yeah.
It's a product. Like it's not like they're being made just.
That's why
to
they're not as
save
durable
money.
as they used to be. You know, people don't fix up like a 2015 Maxima when it expires. They throw it in the gutter and they go buy another.
But the
Like
truth
Easy
is
E.
it'll run 250,000 miles, whereas the 69 Impala wouldn't have done that without an engine rebuild.
I don't know. Remember my wife's El Camino? We took the motor out of it. Did I tell you when I took
Yes.
the engine apart? The bearings, you could have put them back in. They looked new. If you do the upkeep, if you change the oil, these things will run a long time.
And I mean,
Yeah.
that kind of goes with anything, really. Daihatsu's anything else, like you look after it. That's our thing. It's like, understand your maintenance, get an eyeball of it. We saw a thing 2 days ago, which I've never seen in Australia before, express oil changes. So you drive up in your car and
yeah.
it says, well, change your oil in 10
yeah.
minutes. Is that a thing here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
big business, yeah.
Is it normal for somebody to check your oil? Like, in Australia, no one checks your oil unless it's like service time, you
The
know?
big deal is recycling the oil. And
Yeah.
so you drive through these things, they barf it into a big vat, they handle it, appropriately and fill you up and drive on.
And how much does that cost in addition to the cost of the oil? Let's say the oil is...
It's like $29.99 for a 5-quart oil change with regular old oil.
Wow.
Not if
Wait,
you
wait,
have a,
that
not if
includes
you have
the
a
labor.
pickup or
No, I spend like $100 on mine. I get synthetic and whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right there.
But how much more does it cost for someone else to do it for you as opposed to doing it yourself?
if you do it yourself, you're probably saving 30 or 40 bucks.
Okay, but
Yeah.
these guys that do the express oil change, they'll charge you, what, 30 or 40 bucks to do it?
Yeah,
No, more.
more.
You're spending double to have someone else do the work and
But and
possibly.
dispose of it. That's the key.
And-
Yeah.
They're disposing of
But
it.
you're also running the risk of them not reinstalling the oil filter or crashing your car into a wall on the
or
way out,
stripping
or
the
you know.
drain plug.
I've stopped having someone do it because of so many issues I've had with them doing it. Like I've literally,
right, okay.
I've literally pulled my truck out into oncoming traffic, hit the brakes, and slid into the street because they didn't put the filter back on and just showered the tires in the lake.
Oh
you know?
my God.
Which is why you should learn to change your oil yourself. Now, our last
Exactly.
part of the news today on the Unicorn Circuit is the boys here are about to share what their dream and ultimate Australian car would be. You're up.
Holden Ute.
A Holden Ute.
Yeah.
Approved.
Well done.
I'm going to have to go Mopar. I'm going to have to go, and this is only because John Ferrone comes to our Drag Week event and races
Yep.
a Plymouth Valiant Charger. it would have normally come with an inline Hemi 6-cylinder. His happens to have a big wedge.
It's
in
an
it,
interesting looking body. Like
It is.
it doesn't look a lot like what we have here.
No, but it's
like
a
shorter.
part-spin car. And also,
Yeah.
the cars that we call Dodge Darts, you had as Plymouth Valiants, and it's interesting because they took the steering column, moved it to the other side of the car, didn't make a new steering column, they simply flipped it over so that the shifter is over here and the shifter is therefore backwards. Park, reverse neutral drive is up.
Efficiency.
Old cars in
Amazing.
Australia.
All right,
Good
there
answer.
it is, everybody. We are moving on to My Town. So My Town is our regular segment where you viewers send in a video of your town. But we're not looking at your emails this week because right here we're talking about your town because this is your town. And am I correct in saying that this is where Top Gun was filmed?
We're real close to
Oh,
it. In
yeah,
fact,
we are
I can
Miramar.
hear.
Hear 'em?
You hear him?
Is that it?
Right.
That's Top Gun
Yeah.
right now.
That's
It's
a
Well,
happening
you
right
have
now.
90 seconds to tell us about your town. This is what this segment is all about. So 90 seconds, go for it. Tell us about this place.
Oh, you're in the finest city in America, San Diego. Actually, we're technically not in San Diego, but we're in San Diego County. So you've got the beach is 20 miles that way. The desert is 30 miles that way. So you can go ride sand dunes on your dirt bike. You can go surfing. You can go to a ball game, a football game. It's always 75 degrees here.
Amazing.
It's
Never
beautiful
come here.
weather.
There's already too many people.
That was a good roundup. Now I do understand your first date that you had with a girlfriend. We won't speak about we won't speak about the virginity losing, but we will speak about the. We talked about a lot of stuff on the highway. It's what dudes do. But I understand you took a girl out on a date, and her dad said make sure she's back by 9:30.
Yes.
And at 9 o'clock you realised you weren't going to make it.
We were still playing air hockey, I think, at 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
We were-
air hockey. They call it air hockey here, everyone.
Not console hockey. It was the first date.
So tell me, how did you get her back home in time when that was impossible without a DeLorean?
I got pulled over allegedly at 110 miles an hour.
Allegedly.
going
Oh my
down
God.
Interstate 15 coming into Temecula, which is between here and where I lived. And she may or may not have faked like a diabetic seizure in an attempt to
In front of the-
get
in
away
front of
with
the
it.
police?
In an attempt to get me out of the ticket, and it didn't
They
work.
couldn't get out of it back then by being Roadkill because that hadn't happened yet.
No, it
I'm
really
from
hadn't.
Roadkill. Never heard of it.
No, and it didn't work. But he said he did me a favor. He wrote me up for 90 miles an hour instead of 110.
Do police do that here? Have they got discretion to let you
Oh,
off?
sure.
Or in Australia, they got full discretion. They kind of like,
Yeah.
they're like, yay, nay, depending on whether
your
you're a dickhead or
attitude,
not.
a lot of the
basically.
time.
Yeah.
They do an
Exactly.
attitude test.
Yeah, so I ended up with a $700-ish ticket, and I went to traffic school with pizza,
Right,
which
okay.
is you can pick, or you at the time you could
Yeah,
pick.
comedy traffic school, pizza
Yeah.
traffic school, stripper traffic school.
Right.
Yeah.
But what everybody wants to know is, did you get the girl?
I did actually.
There it is. It is a happy ending. That is My Town. Let's
Didn't
move on
last,
to
but okay.
Fanking. So welcome to our Fanking segment. Do you guys have any idea what Fanking might be?
No, thank you.
No? Would you like to take a guess?
Like fapping.
Like fapping? Similar? Yeah. What else does it sound like? Wanking? Maybe? I mean, I don't know. That's out there.
This is new to me.
So, of course, Fanking is the delightful art of recontextualizing a product by taking a photo of it down near your crotch, therefore completely altering the meaning of the name of the product. People send these in from all over the world. So, these ones I think have come in from America. So, for example, here we go. So, this is one someone sent in, wangers.
No, that's bad no matter where you've got it.
So, we've got wangers. We've got the happy squeeze.
I think his fly's open.
Did you invent this?
Oh, the fly is open. We've asked people for no erections.
nudity.
We did invent this. We you know, the Fanking page has been going for a few years. We've been doing it anonymously, and recently we just came out with
But
it
now
and said,
you're out.
it's like we actually did
You guys
it.
are
So,
definitely
I mean, check out what is that? What are you seeing here?
Balls.
No,
No,
low balls.
Low balls.
Spicy low balls.
Yeah.
So you see how this works? Now, a true and authentic Fank, of course, needs to take place in a public space. There's no use just doing it at home. You've got to go to the shops, get the thing, hold it down, take it. It's super awkward.
It makes shopping a lot more enjoyable too. Like if you're bored in a supermarket, the world is your oyster.
Oh, oysters.
You found a good.
Oysters.
Sure.
There you go.
Now, this one here, I don't know if there's more after this, but I'm giving this Fank of the week.
Okay.
Read us out, what have we got here?
We've got man pulp.
What is it? Man pulp, well done.
Man, well done. Well done to Man Pop. I'm getting that Fank of the Week. I think that's it. Oh, there's one more just straight up. Here we go. This guy's sharing his fat boy.
done.
But I'm giving Fank of the Week to Man Pulp. Of course, he used the fingering technique, which is allowed, which is using one of your fingers to cover part of the word. You can submit
That
your
wasn't his
own.
finger.
It has to be or it's not allowed.
You can submit your own Fanking photos to facebook.com/Fanking Daily. Now we move on to the last part of the show, which is Random Meat Bag from Unicorn.
Meat bag?
Eats bag.
Random Meat Bag.
That'll do.
You gave us an each bag last night of like Vegemite on chocolate biscuits or something.
Yeah, did you eat any of it?
Not the Vegemite.
Not the Vegemite.
Well, the other
I've
stuff. Did
seen
you eat the
that movie.
caramello koalas?
I had
the-
really
I had
good.
the
Yeah,
claws.
They're delicious. Now, our random eat bag is that each week we try and expand our brains and expand our worlds by putting things in our mouths that have never been there before. That's food.
That's food.
That's
Food.
food.
Relax, dude, it's fine.
And so this week, of course, we are featuring the Graham's cinnamon,
Oh, you blew
Grips.
it. You blew it because in
which
that
is
box
a
were
mighty. Yeah. So this is what we found. So this is a Keebler. What is this?
So this is the I can't say midget. Tiny
yeah.
size, small person size bag of they're graham crackers basically.
A what?
Graham crackers.
What's a graham
what's
cracker?
a graham cracker?
What's
Oh.
a graham cracker?
Open your hand in your mouth.
Oh, I
Yeah,
heard
there
what
you
it.
go.
There you go.
That looks like dog kibble to me.
Well, you
It
guys
does.
ate them too.
Wait, that means you've never had s'mores then. If
What's
you,
a small?
Oh no, I've had
What's
a
a
small. That's
small?
like a marshmallow.
So we
thing,
get a
right?
barbecue going here?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We met
So
this
it
other
tastes
guy
like
recently
breakfast
who mentioned a twinkle.
So
Twinkie.
just one of
Twinkie.
A
these.
Twixie.
Twinkie.
A Twinksy. A Twinkie.
A Twinkie.
And I said, what's a Twinkie? And he looked at me like I was a fool.
It's a lot of fanking is what it is.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard about them on, I think the original Ghostbusters, the good one.
Yeah.
They ate a Twinkie on that one, didn't they? They mentioned Twinkies.
Yes, they did. I think
Yeah.
the Twinkie will be the only thing left on the planet after the last nuclear war.
And cockroaches.
So
So
a
everybody, this
s'more-
is a Graham's
These are Keebler grams.
grips.
Well,
And,
this is
Graham.
related to s'mores how?
So
Ah.
the way these taste is actually a graham cracker is a full cracker.
Yep.
You know,
It's
Which
very
is a
sweet.
white person?
and you take that, yes, and then you take your graham cracker and you take a marshmallow. Do you have those?
yeah, we have
And
marshmallows.
then you melt it onto the graham cracker, and then you slap some chocolate on it. Then you make a sandwich
have
out of it with
chocolate?
another graham cracker.
Yeah, we
Oh,
have
okay, you got
chocolate.
chocolate?
Yeah.
Not anymore,
you
we
do?
don't.
Indoor plumbing and everything.
Amazing. Everybody,
Does the water really go the other way?
it
No,
does.
Yeah.
that's
Does
a
it?
myth. That whole thing's a myth.
No, they make the toilets that way just so that we can talk about it.
There is so
Exactly.
much water in your toilets, though, at least 3 to 4 times. So
That's the
ours,
beer.
it's
He does
the
that.
water only goes to here. Yours goes up to there. And you know what else I've noticed, Marty? Next to their
Splashbacks?
toilets,
Yes.
they don't have brushes because there's no skids.
Is
It's
that
just landing
why?
in the water.
Is that
Yeah.
why it goes
Yes.
the whole way to...
Yep.
Because
You
no one
know
needs to
way.
clean their toilet.
You
And
never
that's
been
why
to
they
my
don't have
house.
brushes. Yeah, we've never been to your house. Anyway, that is the Unicorn Circuit for another week. A massive thank you to the boys from Roadkill. We're going to go teach them how to drive now. And so we'll
They're
see
gonna
you
teach us
guys
how to
next
do a
week
skid.
on the Unicorn Circuit.
Yay!
Thanks, fellas.
Thanks, dudes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. These are good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you guys did that too.